Hello, all you hardcore boxing fans out there. How you doing? It's Russ here from Poker's Corner, the biggest gob in sport. I say the things on here that nobody dare say. Right, can I give a big shout out to Human Nutrients? The link is pinned up in the comments section. Feel free to go and have a nosy. Remember, health is wealth. Go and treat yourself. You might be able to look as good as Doncaster's £165 Superman then. Hey, that ain't me though. A big shout out to Scott Brunt at Spartan Demolition at Rotherham. Right, we all know that Talksport pride themselves now behind the scenes of being the go-to boxing YouTube channel. Talksport Boxing. Uh, it's a quarter of as big as Boxing King Media, that's run by PC Gully, aka Officer Dibble. Imagine that. Police officers running around in the boxing industry interviewing former villains and people in industry. Imagine that. But yet we've got people getting locked up left, right, and centre. But hey ho. And the other channel, it's as quarter as big of IFL, but they're not Talksport Boxing, are they? Talksport Boxing's a quarter as big as those boys. So why are they not the establishment? Because they're lickers, human lickers, and that's what Talksport Boxing's turned into. At first, they were all for the hardcore boxing fans, and then they realised they were better get in line here. Pop, pop, bang. Right, why are they mentioning every day now, day in, day out, Tyson Fury versus Usyk 3? Who in their right mind, as a boxing fan, would want to pay per view for that fight when we have had two already that was very, very conclusive? It's a bit like the Lazy Rhino fighting Elmer Fudd for a third time. We had two conclusive fights, didn't we? One a dodgy decision, but it was still conclusive, a Rhino win, and the other one a Rhino knockout. We don't want that a third time. We certainly don't want Usyk fighting Fury for a third time. I mean, the money for that, for Usyk, must be astronomical, surely. It must be astronomical, that, because why would the establishment keep pushing that fight? Why push a fight that really they know shouldn't be happening? Is it because of Fury's ego? Or is Bricktop being told what to do by Fury? Because, come on, boys and girls, that fight doesn't deserve a third fight, does it? On the strength of what? On the strength of what does that deserve a third fight? It doesn't, does it? You know, Fury's just been beat twice. He's coming up to a year out the ring. I mean, Fury is behind. I mean, these are the guys in front of Fury. Fury's number 7 on the independent rankings on BoxRec. Fabio Wardley's number 6. Coley 5. Parker 4. Daniel Dubois 3. Caballel 2. Usyk 1. Now, if Fury really, if he wants to get and fight Usyk a third time, shouldn't he have to beat Caballel or Daniel Dubois or a Coley? At least. I mean, Parker, number 4, and Fabio Wardley, number 6, they're going to fight for the right to fight Usyk, and they're doing it the proper way, Wardley and Parker. Why does Fury feel that he can just fight Usyk again because he's a big name and a big commercial draw? Why is that? And how can that be right for the other guys? You know, like Caballel, and Daniel Dubois. Do you know what I mean? Oh, I mean, he's coming off a loss to Usyk, fair enough, but he's still ranked higher than Fury. But come on, let's play the game here, right? Let's play the game. Usyk, right, really should be fighting Caballel next. He's number 2 in the independent rankings. Caballel, right? He's 26-0. 33-year-old, 18 knockouts. Nobody's come close to doing him yet. Nobody. Nobody. He's beat everybody he's fought. He's beat everybody. So what is he supposed to do, him? Caballel. He's out of action now since February, Caballel. You know what I mean? He's into his 9th month inactive. Everything's all parked up. They're all waiting for slots, and it's not good for the sport. That's just my opinion, but who am I? I'm just some mouthy YouTuber, aren't I, that sticks it to them all. Because nobody else is going to say on their YouTube channels what I say. They'll pick bones out my stuff, but they won't say a word. Now, it looks to me, and it has been for a while now, the division's parked up. We're all waiting on what Usyk does. Usyk, if he fights Fury another time, he must be thinking, God, this is free money, this free gratis. You know, so it is what it is. Bricktop signed Caballel, he's parked up. So he's going nowhere. They're going to protect the quarterback, aren't they? And that's Fury. They need him in with Usyk for big money, and they hope they can pull it off. Because if not, Usyk's still got all the belts. We don't have an heavyweight world champion from England. We keep hearing Pulev's name in mix, and people are going to fight him like Atoma and this and that. But look, we want to see fights. That's what we want to see. But as of today, it's just all rubbish. Pulev's fought Manuel Char at Christmas. That's it. He's 10.5 months out at ring now, Pulev. He's WBA regular. He'll just sit on that and wait for a payday. He's not in a rush. Look how long he waited for Joshua. Do you know what I mean? Waited it out, didn't he? Fighting stiffs after he fought Yui. Oh, that's how I look at it. So they're all saying that Pulev were going to fight somebody, aren't they? But he's not. They're saying Derek Chisora and Dylan White free. That's on. Who wants to see that? Dylan White and Chisora have fought twice, haven't they? They were good fights, but we don't want to see that again. And Dylan White doesn't deserve a pay-per-view. Does Derek? I mean, do we have to give these guys a send-off? Is that where we're at in boxing? Let's give them a send-off. He's scraping barrel again. I mean, I heard Zhang and Chisora were going to do a battle on DAZN, but there's nothing concrete, is there? It's just talk, innit? It's chit-chat for the sake of chit-chat. I mean, as we speak now, there's nothing on BoxRec for Derek Chisora. He's coming up 11 months out the ring. You know, he's 42 in a couple of weeks. Derek War Chisora. Sounds like Scooby-Doo. Do you know what I mean? We keep seeing a lot of names put with Atoma, whether it's Usyk, whether it's Opitia, Pulev, Derek Chisora. You know, we've just seen Dylan White in with him. Why don't we see John Coffey in with him, Atoma? Why don't Bricktop put that in, or Dylan White? Or Caballel in with Atoma? If Atoma's this road man, why don't we see him in with somebody? Look, there's all sorts of permutations going on at the moment. But in my opinion, the fight we all want to see is Parker against Wardley this weekend. I've got Fabio Wardley to win by knockout. So I don't want to see Chisora and Miller. They're talking about that. Could you imagine that? That'd be like a circus, wouldn't it? You know, it is what it is. Why don't they just have a super crap 6 or a super 6 with Yui, Solomon Dakras, Big Helmet, Rhino, Chisora and Dylan White? Why don't we have all them lot going at it for an IBO Continental Silver? I mean, why not? We've done everything else. I mean, we turned Frank Maloney into a woman, didn't we? So why not? Why not do this? So it is what it is, isn't it? Nobody wants to say a word. Everybody's pooing the pants. Nobody wants to say anything. Well, that's boxing for you, innit? That's boxing people for you, innit? We're paid lip service constantly, day in, day out. It's getting a bit tired now. Every heavyweight in the world in the last 72 hours has had their name thrown out there with somebody. And still nothing's done. Absolutely nothing. Nobody's saying a word, though. All they're doing is fannying and paying lip service, talking knackers on TalkSport. Okie dokie. Go on, peace out. Thanks for liking and subscribing and leaving a comment. Go on, booyaka. If you get bored of me talking boxing on here, jump on Porky's International YouTube. That's my other channel for non-boxing talk. All right, booyaka.